Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and it has happened today. I was wondering when this damn report was going to drop. Here you go. I actually thought it would have been, a good week and a half or so ago, but here it is. Ripple has today released their third quarter 2020 XRP markets report, proving yet again that Ripple is the most transparent company in all of blockchain, on the entire planet. There isn't even a close second. And so a lot of this, of course, is just data about XRP. Some of it's public anyway, but they're sharing stuff having to do with their XRP holdings, the way that they're looking at everything and moving money around the planet. They're sharing a bunch of information that they sure as hell don't have to. So there you go, Ripple leading by example. And, one of the things that strikes me every time I read one of these reports, and we get 4 opportunities per year, is just the degree to which the team at Ripple is working hard in finding such legitimate success, and the ecosystem that they are building out. Because there's never been anything like this on the face of the earth, and I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. Like, it is. This has not been done. Their specific business model, utilizing a cryptocurrency to change the way that money can move around the planet, specifically XRP, of course, being positioned as a bridge currency here. And so then I compare this to what I see in the markets, and it always strikes me this way. There's all this price volatility in terms of XRP, all sorts of people, especially on the retail side, emotionally buying and selling, getting scared. Some people saying XRP hasn't moved up in terms of price for so long, and I no longer have confidence. I'm selling my XRP. All of this is happening, yet everything continues to get built out. And as a result of this getting built out, there's increased utility, and my investment thesis happens to be that utility matters and will win the day, however long it takes. I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background, so not of any kind. So you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I am not offering financial advice. All right, before we get into this, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate it. And if you are a fan of the transparency of Ripple, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel, because I promise you will be in good company. And so this came out 1:25 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in the Midwest in the United States, and it is 3:02 p.m. as I'm recording this, so just a little over an hour and a half ago. And so I had to get this, read this and get a little content out of this ASAP here. I love these reports, I really do. So let's dive in here. Let's go. Yeah, let me jump down here. The opening piece, it's always like a little fluff. This is that. Here's what the report is, blah, 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 which is fine. I just don't want to cover that. Line of credit. Now, this is one of the things that struck me. We learned more about Ripple's long-term plans having to do with ensuring there's sufficient liquidity, which is of paramount importance and a serious struggle. Brad Garlinghouse has even talked about how there's more demand than they can handle for on-demand liquidity, and what he literally means by that is that there isn't sufficient liquidity, but that's true within crypto markets in general. That's not unique to XRP. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with XRP. It's just that there are only so many individuals at any given moment buying and selling XRP. Substantially less than 1% of humans on the planet even know what XRP is. So that part's not terribly surprising, but as a result, I think that we could all engage in a little bit of patience. But anyway, last quarter, Ripple launched Line of Credit, a new beta service on RippleNet that allows customers using on-demand liquidity, or ODL for short, to source capital on demand. With Line of Credit, customers can purchase XRP from Ripple on credit, which provides capital up front to help accelerate their business performance and scale. Line of Credit has been piloted by on-demand liquidity customers, and the initial feedback is overwhelmingly positive. Companies can use the capital to further invest in their business, to enter new markets and reach new customers. In some instances, XRP originates through Ripple instead of an exchange to initiate cross-border payments at scale. On-demand liquidity will evolve as Ripple continues to provide innovative financial solutions that leverage XRP to solve pain points for its customers. And so what's interesting to me about this is probably just one of the few truly meaningful things that you can do if you're Ripple to try and expand liquidity, because again, you can't control how many people are participating as buyers, as sellers in the space. There's only so much that you can do. You have limited power, but this was a powerful move. And here's a little bit more about it. Here's their long-term plans. Check this out. Or maybe it was a little bit lower what I was thinking of. Oh yeah, here. No, this is okay. Yeah, XRP purchases. As indicated in the Q2 2020 XRP markets report, Ripple is purchasing and may continue to purchase XRP to support healthy markets. This is a near-term product solution for the line of credit beta. Long-term, Ripple is building new on-demand liquidity capabilities to dynamically source XRP liquidity from the open market, not just Ripple. And so there you go. As far as what they're doing with on-demand liquidity, things will be shifting over time. It sounds like they're not always going to be purchasing XRP. And as I stated, even though we didn't have all the specifics, we just knew that they were purchasing XRP where it made sense to manage liquidity. But we haven't had, this is the most specific we've gotten since that. So as far as a real-world example, they haven't cited anything, not that I'm aware of anyway. But it's going to shift. And eventually, it's just going to. Eventually, there will be sufficient XRP out in the wild. There will be a nice blend of price and liquidity, and some of the practices that Ripple's engaging in right now, they're frankly not going to need to. It'll be antiquated, but at some point down the road, anyway. And then there's a little subheading: disciplined, responsible stakeholders, Q3 sales and purchases. Last quarter, total XRP sales, net of purchases, were $35.84 million in United States dollars versus $32.55 million the previous quarter. Ripple focused solely on its over-the-counter sales and leases as part of providing increased XRP liquidity to certain RippleNet on-demand liquidity customers to improve their on-demand liquidity experience, eliminating the need for pre-funding and enabling instant global payments. Similar to recent quarters, Ripple did not sell programmatically. And so they're barely selling anything. And that's why it's like, as far as like the claim of, Ripple dumping on the plebs, as the Bitcoin maxi trolls like to say. Well, first of all, they're buying XRP, so it's a funny thing that they're buying XRP if they're just trying to take advantage of people here. But really, you can see as you go through the report, this quarterly report exactly, you can see how long-term oriented Ripple is. And so do we really need to have genuine fear that XRP is going to go to zero? Well, I personally don't. As long as XRP is being used to solve a real world problem, I can't imagine that ever actually happening. That wouldn't make any sense, because real world problem solving means utility, and that means people will value it. And if there's value, then there deserves to be, and will be, I believe, always, an open market price as a result. So there you go. And so actually consider this too, as far as the tokenomics, substantially more Bitcoin enters the Bitcoin ecosystem in terms of dollars and quantity compared to, quote unquote, if you want to call it like new XRP entering the XRP ecosystem from Ripple. Now, Ripple's not the issuer of XRP, so you really, if we're being fair, you can't call it the same thing, Miners would be the ones that, if anything, you want to use the term issuing, they'd be the ones issuing the Bitcoin then. But Ripple was gifted the XRP, so that is different. But if you're going to look at them as the originator, which isn't quite precise, but I know that Bitcoin maxi trolls especially like to do that. Well, Ripple is selling substantially less XRP in terms of like a percentage of the ecosystem relative to the amount of Bitcoin that enters the Bitcoin ecosystem. So like the tokenomics, when people say crap like that, it really grinds my gears. And it also doesn't make any damn sense. All right, let's go a little bit further down here. I can't cover this whole thing because it'll go too long. I just want to hit some of the what I found to be the most interesting points here. Volatility. XRP's standard deviation of daily returns over Q3 was 3.5%, representing an increase in volatility from Q2's 3% and Q1's 6.2%. XRP's volatility over the quarter was higher than that of Bitcoin at 3.2% and Ethereum at 3.3%. Now, and it's fun to read through that. So that, at this moment, to me, doesn't really mean much of anything, but it's going to be fun to read the quarterly markets report that occurs right after the next parabolic move up in terms of XRP price. There's going to be a little volatility. I'm like, yeah, so about that volatility. Who knows what it'll go. I mean, if we're talking about it smashing through the previous all-time high of $3.84, that's going to be a fun read. I look forward to that at some point in the future. Here we go. XRP integrations and liquidity update. I found this interesting. They're talking about an exchange here, FTX. Last quarter saw the continued evolution of XRP infrastructure. FTX integrated the XRP/USD spot listing and began accepting XRP as collateral for all derivatives. Well, how about that? That represents utility, by the way. Anyway, among top crypto exchanges, FTX now holds the largest market share of XRP open interest. I thought that was a cool fact. In fact, I don't really, unless I'm really drawing a blank, which is possible, I guess, I don't remember hearing about that even. And I'm following XRP news pretty damn closely every day, but who knows, maybe it really is something that I just didn't retain. That does happen from time to time. Let me go down a little bit further. Yeah, here we go. XRP, a preferred base currency for arbitrage trading. You gotta love this. Arbitrage opportunities used to be much greater, even just like 3 or 4 years ago, because there's such little activity, even compared to what it is today. There's certainly been a substantial increase. And so people could purchase, pick your cryptocurrency on one exchange, notice that it's selling for a higher price on a different cryptocurrency exchange, so they just manually move it over and then sell it. And sell it for the higher price, and then see you make a little bit of money there. And there's actually a firm, and I can't remember their name, but they made a killing in maybe it was 2016 and maybe also 2017. But anyway, they had this automated algorithm that they created that was purely designed to spot just arbitrage opportunities. That's what it did, and it automatically would trade, and they just made hundreds of millions of dollars. It was ridiculous. Now, after the bubble burst, though, I do remember that they were talking about, I can't remember the specific numbers, but because of the increased activity, markets becoming more efficient, the opportunity for that decreased dramatically. So it's not something you want to try and jump into now, I wouldn't think, but it's just kind of interesting nonetheless how all this has unfolded. Anyway, XRP allows traders to capture time-limited arbitrage opportunities that they otherwise would not be able to with other digital assets. XRP's speed, low transaction costs, and reliability are ideal for a currency for market makers and traders to capture more price differences between exchanges. It also reduces the exposure to the various risks involved in those arbitrage trades. For example, using XRP as a bridge currency across trading venues allows traders to substantially reduce the time needed to do so, and more importantly, the related volatility exposure when compared to other digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is clearly demonstrated in the chart below of an asset transfer over $10,000 United States dollars, equivalent in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, originating from Binance to Coinbase. And so if you are looking at your screen, you can see the chart that Ripple is displaying there. In fact, the inter-exchange transfer time for XRP across a selection of major exchanges can go as low as 18 seconds, Bitstamp to hit BTC, is what they cite in parentheses there, where exchange withdrawal times are lowest. Yeah, that's really speedy right there. Then they go and talk about the XRP Ledger Foundation. I don't feel like I need to touch on that for the purposes of this video. Sustainability, they've been talking about that a lot lately. I've covered that in videos. I think I'll just kind of gloss over that stuff. Now, this was interesting, too. They just talk about, in a general sense, crypto as an inflation hedge. This is just market commentary at this point. With central banks printing increased amounts of fiat currencies and federal governments passing record levels of fiscal stimulus, inflation concerns gripped the financial markets. Dollar debasement fears began to drive market narrative, leading to 18-month lows in the DXY and record highs in gold and silver. As investors looked for ways to preserve their wealth in supply-limited assets, money naturally flowed into the crypto markets, driving Bitcoin above the $12,000 mark for the first time in nearly a year. Yeah, by the way, as I record this, Bitcoin is over $15,000. So how about that? They should have updated. They released this an hour and a half. They should have updated that last minute. Who knows? But actually, then again, I take it back. By the end of the day, it'll probably be at 12,000. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, and then they have this little section here. I'm not going to read through this, but I've talked about this stuff already. Continued institutional adoption. Obviously, MicroStrategy is cited there. They invested about almost $500 million in Bitcoin specifically. So everything's unfolding at a nice clip here. So Ripple's building this. They seem to have all the confidence in the world that this is going to be a thing, that XRP price isn't just going to magically disappear. Like some people, especially when they enter the world of crypto, they don't know what to suspect. Like, oh my God, is the volatility teeter-tottering back and forth in terms of price action? Does it mean it actually might go to zero one day? No, it's just humans emotionally buying and selling. But I'll tell you what, if XRP price gets low enough, there are always going to be people like me who are informed, who will recognize buying opportunities and snatch up more of it if it gets sufficiently low, which is going to be a different level for everybody. But I'm just saying, if something's truly useful, has value, It's not going away. That's my humble opinion. If I'm wrong, fine. Maybe I lose my entire investment. I get it. But I am Mr. XRP Bull for a reason. So look at how everything's unfolding. I could not be more optimistic. But that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!